open with this. I'm glad this wasn't. We're not shooting on Tuesday, Mo. That's all I'm saying. Craig has time to breathe a little bit because we got to go into this first topic. So anyway, how was everybody's week? All right. So Craig. So the NCAA championship was on Monday. And Carolina was up. They were up. I'm gonna start this out with you. I know. Oh man. All right, what we're gonna discuss the championship, the NCAA championship. But I'm gonna ask you, Craig, what are your thoughts on the game?
I mean, it was a good game. Obviously not the outcome that I wanted to see. Obviously, when they were up 15, I still didn't think the game was over because I saw 25 points, or I saw a 25-point lead just go like that in 10 minutes. So even up by 15, I just figured. I figured they were undefeated when leading that by double-digit points at the half in the tournament. They were like 46-0 or something like that, 40-something and 0. So I figured, I mean, they still should win the game, even if Kansas makes a comeback, whatever. So obviously, yeah, I knew Kansas was going to go on a run again. You know, they're not a number one seed for no reason. So they went on a run. They came back, took the lead. They went up by 6. Eventually, I think through the first 10 minutes, they outscored Carolina 31-10. It just wasn't the same team on either side. Kansas was a different team, and Carolina was a different team. Started the second half. Then Carolina was down 6, and then they came back and took the lead and kept going back and forth. And eventually, at the end of the game, I thought the last possession of the game, at least, it was clearly a bad possession. They had 2 shots, and they missed both of them. They seemed like they rushed both shots. I guess they were trying to catch them off guard. To me, it was like you can't get a quick 2 because you didn't need a 3 at the time, even though you were down 3. Get a quick 2 and then play time possession, foul them, put them on the line, whatever you have to do. But Love rushed his shot, then Johnson rushed his shot, and then Manning threw the ball out of bounds, and then it was just like that was pretty much it. I mean, they had another chance at it. I didn't even watch the last possession because at that point I just figured the game was over, and I was pissed off, and I turned the TV off because you're down by 3 with like 4 seconds left. All they got to do is inbound the ball, hit a free throw 1, and the game's over anyway. So, but then I looked at the phone and said Caleb Love had a chance to tie the game, and I don't know how far away the 3 was. It might have been from half court. I have no clue, but I didn't even watch it. So, it's just disappointing that they blew that lead. Disappointing that Baycott got hurt at the last, because you have no clue what's going to. To me, I don't know what was going to happen. They were down 1. Baycott gets hurt with 38 seconds to go. Maybe he draws a foul on McCormick. He's out of the game at that point. Maybe he makes the shot there, and now Carolina's up by 1. Maybe he misses the shot or whatever it is, and then fouls McCormick at that time as soon as he gets the ball or something like that. I have no clue what would have happened, but he would have still been in the game and been a defensive presence on that end, because the next play now McCormick hits a shot over top of Manick, and that put him up by 3. So if he's in the game, maybe McCormick doesn't even get that shot off. Maybe there's better defensive pressure. Maybe he's whatever. He can get a rebound or whatever. I don't know. But for him to go out with 38 seconds to go and obviously get hurt and not be able to come back, like, it just takes all the to me, it took apart from the game, because now I'm thinking about what if he was in the game for that. It was only 38 seconds, but that's still a lot of time. So
a lot of time.
What if he's in the game for that last 38 seconds? And things could change regardless. So that really pissed me off or bothered me, I guess. I can't be mad at the team. Like, the season that they had, it came out of nowhere. Like, I didn't think they were going to make a Final Four run or even take it to the championship. But hats off to Hubert Davis. He was getting, like, saying a lot of people were coming out early in the season that he shouldn't be the coach anymore because they lost a couple games to some
off his first season. This is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you got to know that you're taking over for one of the best coaches of all. To me, he's on the Mount Rushmore of coaches in Roy Williams. So, you're taking over for
Give us
him.
some time though, Craig. God,
I'm not saying it. I'm saying other people were saying it.
yeah, that's crazy.
But I mean,
oh no, wait, that's how Carolina fans are. Y'all want the greatness.
It's hard to when you're trying to replace a legend like that, and you get blown out by Duke, and you get blown out by Pittsburgh of all teams who was at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, people really expect a lot more from Carolina, especially when you have a lot of players that were on the team last year that came back. So, but I mean, the season that they had and the run that they had to get there, like, that's, to me, that's impressive. And it's in his first year. So hats off to him. Obviously, I guess the biggest thing of the season to me was when they beat Duke twice. They sent Coach K his last home game at home, or his last home game, Carolina won, and then his last game ever, Carolina won that one too. So that was a big win, obviously. But just in championship game, it just second half they just fell apart.
Yeah. Well, listen. To be honest, man, I played a lot of minutes. Love didn't have the game that we expect him to, but you gotta understand they played a lot of minutes, man, and I thought they were gonna win, but they had another breakdown. Even though they won against Baylor, it's still crazy that they, Kansas came back. But listen, it was a great game. I gotta give a shout outs to the Jayhawks, but I thought Kansas. The two halves are like night and day, But I think that's for both teams. I think Carolina, I think they were tired, man. They played a lot of minutes.
I mean,
I know that's an excuse, but
they're not a deep team. So I mean, they probably go about 7 deep, if that. Probably about 7 deep.
7, right?
So if you can foul trouble, or you're like 6, 7, and you're just tired, like, I mean,
Love didn't have a good game, man.
Love, I don't know what happened. Like,
I think he was tired.
I don't know if he was tired. I think he's fine. I just thought some of his shot selection was bad. He just wasn't making shots.
But you know how that is, though, Craig. When you're not making shots, you're gonna keep. I
understand that, but I mean, I just think he was just, some of his shots, some selection was, it just wasn't. It wasn't good. Like, he was rushing shots. He was taking bad threes at times. To me, I thought he should have been driving to the basket a lot more. He wasn't really doing that, and then they finally kind of started doing it later. And then they kind of went away from it in the second half. They weren't really getting to the basket, and then when they did get to the basket, they were just missing. They kept getting all the rebounds, but they kept missing shots after shots. So
yeah,
hats off to Kansas, man. Kansas, I mean, they deserve to win the game, especially the way they played in the second half. But I mean, I just still go back to how, to me, like, the strategy of the second half, like, it wasn't there, and then the whole Baycott injury at the end just kind of throws it out of whack to me. But if he was 100% healthy the whole game, he came into the game hobbled, and then he got hurt with 38 seconds left. Like, if he's healthy the whole time, I think maybe it could be a different outcome. I have no clue, because he was hobbling around early in the game before the game even started. So, or when the game started. So, it is what it is. It's not the first time Carolina's lost in the championship. It won't be the last.
Y'all made it, man, and y'all beat Duke in the Final Four in Coach K's last season. That's got to be not good enough, but that's an excellent college season to be the 8th seed and then to go to the national championship. I know it's a letdown you didn't win, but you had some great accomplishments on the way.
I mean,
great accomplishments.
Just look at the whole season in totality. Yeah, it was a really good, compared to how they started the season and then how they finished. It was a great season to me, but it is going to be tough. It's just like 2016 when they lost that last second shot to Villanova.
Yep,
that was tough. After they came back and tied it up, they lost in a buzzer beater, and then the next year they came back and they won the whole thing. So
yeah, see,
they can take that mentality and just, I don't know if
how many's coming back. Is everybody?
I know Manic's not coming back because he's a senior or a 5th-year senior. But Leaky Black. I don't think Leaky Black's coming back. I think he's a senior. He should be. I gotta check. I think Love
and one of the other guards are sophomores. Which the other
Love might be back, man.
Baycott is a junior.
Yeah,
but neither one of none of the three are projected to be first round picks. Except maybe Love is like a late first round, early second round pick, maybe.
But you think he leaves?
I hope not. I really don't.
I think all of them should be back. If somebody's really advising them on a great level, I think all of them should come back. I don't think none of them should leave. Like I think that's just not. I mean, I understand the run and all. I mean, they've done great things, but if they're truly getting good advice, I don't think none of them should leave early. Like I think all of them should come back for another season and make a run at it and improve their draft stock.
Yeah,
I don't think none of them are really that.
Draft stock. Yeah,
I agree with that, Mo. Because I mean, if they come back and make the same run, the draft stock is going to be tremendous.
Caleb Love just has to be consistent. He's just being inconsistent. He just fades away at certain times of the game. You just don't even know he's on the court half the time. Yeah. Baycott just needs to improve his offensive game. And RJ Davis I don't know. RJ Davis is a solid player. He just needs to another year, I think.
Yeah. One thing I will agree with Bill Self say, we know a lot of coaches will say stuff just to say it, like it sounds good on camera, but it's true. This by far was not one of his most talented Kansas teams, but it looked like they had fun playing together. It looked like they were like a solid brotherhood. Like you could tell outside of Abaji, they really didn't have. We used to Kansas having like three. Like almost 3-4 players who were like first team, second team All-Americans. Like outside of Abaji, they really didn't have nobody who was like All-American or even honorable mention type of guys, but they just played together. Like everybody knew their role and just played their role well.
I agree with that. I do. I agree with that. But it was, listen, once again, man, we get a great college basketball NCAA tournament across the board, man.